Hey guys, we are back today with another weighted WOD. Tomorrow, just so you're aware if you're watching this, we're doing weight today, but then on Thursday we are going to be repeating that benchmark challenge WOD that we did about a week and a half ago. I indicated that we were going to repeat that every week to 2 weeks over the course of the challenge. Over the course of the challenge, and while we're doing home workouts so that we can see our improvement sort of week by week or every 2 weeks. So if you are wanting to redo that, that's going to be on Thursday. So that would be body weight. So today we're going to be doing a little bit more weighted movements. So we're doing every 3 minutes for 7 rounds. So this is an interval type WOD. So we're going every 3 minutes and we're going to do 7 of those. So what I am looking for here stimulus wise is that you're going to try to get done this work in 2 minutes or less. Because we have 7 rounds, it is really important that you have at least a minute rest here if you want to maintain and keep your numbers. So the score of a WOD like this, remember, is your slowest time is going to be your score. So if you go long on those first couple of rounds where you're in that 2.5 or more minutes to take to complete, you're not going to get enough recovery and your time is just going to get slower and slower and slower. We want you to maintain or keep your slowest round as your first round and get better and better and better. So to do that, you have to have adequate rest. So we're looking to get done in about 2 minutes. You need to adjust your reps and your skill level to make that happen. So kind of know what your abilities are here. As long as you are doing your snatches and your reverse lunges in a row without breaking those up, you should be able to get those done pretty quickly. And then same with the burpees. It's a lateral dumbbell burpee over the bar, over the dumbbell. As long as you can do 6 of those in a row, so basically moving from one to the other, to the other, to the other without breaking in these movements, knowing that a rest is coming, you should easily get done in under 2 minutes. If you think you need to, that you cannot do 12, with the weighted dumbbell that you have at home, then you might need to drop that number. If you think you can't do 6 pretty decent burpees in a row, then you probably want to drop that number as well. So if you stop at number 4 and have to catch your breath, that's probably an indicator to say, you know what, I got to move on to the next one. Because if you stop and rest and breathe too much in this WOD, you'll be over that 2 minute mark, and then your time, like I said, will be hard to maintain because you just won't get enough rest. We have 7 rounds of this, so that means it's not just 5 rounds of this. It is that 7 rounds is going to get tough if you are not getting enough rest in the beginning. All right, I think I explained that adequately. It is 12, so it's going to be alternating dumbbell snatches, like I said, done in a row. 6 lateral barbell dumbbell burpees in a row. 12 alternating dumbbell reverse lunges in a row, and then another 6 burpees in a row. Under 2 minutes, hopefully. Your score is your slowest round. So like I talked about and we talk about in here all the time, try to use round 1 as your pacing round or your learning round, and you should improve beyond that hopefully maintaining or improving as you go along. So try to make that first round your slowest. The subs for the dumbbell snatch. If some of you happen to have a slam ball, I know a few of you borrowed slam balls from me. If you want to change it up and not do a dumbbell for today, this would be a time to use that slam ball. If you have an odd object like we talked about, and I sort of talked extensively what that was yesterday in terms of building a weighted backpack, this would be where you would be doing ground to overhead with it instead of a dumbbell snatch. You wouldn't be doing that with 1 arm, but rather 2 hands. Actually, Max, go get a sandbag. And then we reverse lunges. For those of you that can't do reverse lunges, your options are going to be pistols or step-ups, depending on what you have. Pistols to something that is probably parallel or below, or if you can do pistols without being on a box, that would be ideal. Step-ups, stepping up to sort of a knee height. If you can use the dumbbell or kettlebell that you have, just like we'd be using weighted movements up here, if you can make that weighted, obviously that would be best because that's what we're looking for stimulus-wise today. But if you can't, if you can only do pistols without a dumbbell, and that would be fine. And if you can't do, well, most of you can do step-ups. But if you can't, then you don't have to. But if you're trying to look and replace stimulus with stimulus, then it's weighted with weighted if you can. Lateral dumbbell burpees, you can replace that if you can't jump side to side. It is, in this one, I need speed, so you don't need to step over it. If you can't jump over it nice and quick, then probably let's just do a regular jumping burpee with that. Obviously stepping up like we normally do. If you can't, jump up and elevated surface burpees. All right, we are going to the floor. Max is here to demo today. The thing we're going to look at in teaching wise is footwork. So on each movement, we're going to talk about where our feet should be on this. With the dumbbell snatch, our feet are shoulder width or so, not too wide, and then our dumbbell is in between our feet. Remember, we've talked extensively about where that dumbbell should be. It should be pointing in that direction so that when you bring it up, your thumb is pointing backwards on those dumbbell snatches. So the dumbbell for our feet is between our feet. Max is going to show us our start position, and then he's going to do 4 alternating dumbbell snatches. As you see, he's changing hands just below his face. You can do that, or you can change on the ground. He's going to show you just changing it on the ground. Either way is acceptable. Good. Then for alternating reverse burpees, he's going to pick that dumbbell up. You're going to hold this goblet style, so like this, and you're going to do reverse burpees where you step back, touch that knee to the ground.
Reverse lunges.
Sorry, lunges, what am I saying? Do that a couple more times for me. If you can't get all the way down, so get just below, not quite to the ground. You don't have to if you're outside doing these, you don't have to slam your knee into the concrete. You can just hover above that. And then if you can't do those, we talked about pistols. Max is going to use this box. This would be high for him, but we don't, you guys borrowed all my boxes, so we don't have any lower boxes to show you on this. So this would be too high. You would be looking to go low, like to parallel or below. When you sit on that box, Max is going to be above parallel, so just don't pay attention to that part. But doing alternating pistols there, and do 12 of those with weight if you can. Again, if those make it too hard, then just get rid of the weight. And then if not those, you can turn around and do step-ups with the dumbbell. This one you can hold on your shoulder however you would want to do step-ups, and you'll do 12 alternating step-ups here. So just doing 2 just to show them, alternating. And again, if you can't, if the weight is too heavy to allow you to do 12 in a row, then just don't do weight on these. Lastly, Max is going to show you, so bring that dumbbell over here. Lastly, Max is going to show you where to set your feet when we are doing dumbbell burpees, or jumping over the dumbbell. Try to make sure your feet are going to be like right where that dumbbell is when you start, so that that's where your feet are when you come back up. So he starts here, he's going to do a burpee. His feet are going to come right up to that dumbbell so that he can just jump straight over that dumbbell. He does not have to stand up, remember, to full extension on these, so then he can just hop over. And now do a couple step-up burpees. Good. So make sure when you're setting your feet, if you put your feet back here and you try to land there with your chest by the dumbbell, this is where your feet end up. Then you got to take that step forward, which takes time to get over that dumbbell. Or you're jumping back here, which is not, again, the stimulus. We're not just jumping here so that we're not trying to actually get over something. I want you to get over that dumbbell, so make sure you put your feet where they belong. Quickly, we didn't talk about what you could do if you were doing an odd object like slam ball or your weighted backpack. Max has the sandbag if you happen to have that. It's just going to be ground to overhead, so it's going to come all the way up and all the way down. Good. And if you had a backpack, grab the handles, just grab it on the ends, like grab it. And then so you can go all the way up so it's not flipping behind you. There we go. So grabbing that backpack so it's not flipping around on you. All right, that is it. Good luck today with that, guys. And then challenge baseline on Thursday.